Hi, I'm Ronan. I'm the Scrum Master.
Hi, I'm Troy. I'm the product owner.
Hi, I'm Jack, and I'm part of the development team.
I'm Ben, part of the dev team.
Hi, I'm Yunhan. I'm part of the development team.
Our project for this course is a game we call Labyrinth Runner. Labyrinth Runner is an endless runner style game that's core mechanic is its core element that has the two players running the same pathway, avoiding obstacles, and relying on each other so they can survive as long as possible.
What's our Sprint 1 goal? It's to implement two characters that run through an environment with obstacles that need to be dodged in order to maintain a high.
For the user story, user interface, we create a main menu that has the four buttons: play, which start the game, leaderboard, which shows the top score, and option that allows user to change the resolution, graphics, and volume, and settings to the full screen, and quit. This is key to Sprint Go as they allowed for navigating the game and its options.
For the settings user story, we created an interface accessed by the options button inside the main menu. There are multiple available settings to change, including volume slider, a drop-down menu for resolutions, a full screen checkbox, and another drop-down menu for graphics quality. This is essential to our sprint goal as it allows players to customize the gaming experience.
For the user story player movement, we wanted to make sure that the player was able to move left and right. This is a core pillar in relation to our sprint goal because the player is required to dodge obstacles.
For user stories, co-op and co-op interactions, we created two player models that move based on different control schemes. We also created an obstacle type that has a gate that blocks one player from progressing and a button that opens a gate. If the gate is not opened in time, the game ends. Having the co-op element is integral to our game as it's one of our key features in our project.
For the score user story, we created a script that increments the score throughout the game based on how long players have been alive. Therefore, as the score rises, so does the game's speed and difficulty. Score can also be increased by collecting collectibles, which will appear on the field. This user story is relevant to our sprint goal as it gives players a challenge and retains the interest in the game.
For the user story, obstacle and tile generation, we create a script for the generating of tiles and obstacles. The script is fully customizable. It supports adding or deleting different kind of obstacle and tiles. Set separate spawn chance for different kind of obstacle sets, and config the spawn distance between each row of obstacles. This fits into the sprint goal as this is the environment the player are in.
User story life system. Both players have a total of 3 lives. If one of the players hits an obstacle, they lose a life. However, if they gain a collectible, they gain a life. This is essential to the sprint goal as we wanted both players to feel the challenge in the game, but we also wanted to give them some leeway in terms of skill. So, for example, if one player hits the obstacles a lot, then we can give them some leeway by getting collectibles and getting lives back. For the user story collectibles, simply you're able to get collectibles in the game. This is essential to the user story as we wanted them to earn some rewards for participating in the game. For the previous 2 user stories, they are completed, but they need much more refinement before we can actually say they are complete, and this will be done in Sprint 2. The only user story we didn't complete was Leaderboard, and this was due to unforeseen circumstances in relation to merging, which we had done during the last week of the project.
For our sprint run progress, we created an initial build that included prototype versions of the obstacle and tile generation, score, basic UI, and player movement. From there onwards, we pushed that prototype to GitHub where all the members were able to download and access it. From there, they were able to develop their own user stories. Lastly, we merged the code in the final week.
For Spring Week, player movement UI obstacle decreased by 1 story point, while the score had all of its story point reduced to 0 by the end of the week, total reduction of the story point was 12. At this point, we are behind schedule.
For the second sprint week, we completed player movement by sprint day 8. Audio and settings, as well as aspect ratios and resolution, was completed by day 9. UI no obstacles were completed by sprint day 10, and obstacle tile generation was lowered by 3, and in-game music was lowered by 1. The total reduction of story points was 36. A lot of work got done within this week, and according to the ideal schedule line, we were on track.
We completed the last of our user stories except the leaderboard, and the total reduction of user story is 18. We were just above the ideal track and was close to completion.
Another issue we had was time management in Sprint 1. In the first few weeks, we got a lot of work done with our user stories, so we resulted in being a bit more lax in the later weeks. This resulted in us finding unforeseen bugs when merging, and as well as finding that a user story wasn't actually completed properly, and we also didn't have time for unit testing because of this.
One of the issues we had during Sprint 1 was communication. This happened because we did not meet enough during a single week. We only met once, excluding lab sessions, which meant we did not understand each other's code, resulting in us merging late and not having enough time to do unit testing.
Now finally, we'll leave you with 30 seconds of our project gameplay.